We are. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everybody.
We are in Tipsy Tuesday.
Oh, God.
Are we already tipsy?
You'd think so.
We acting
Jeez.
tipsy. We acting tipsy, that's for sure. Um, we are here
All right.
today to have a little tips on how to do some meal prep with Miss Pink Plush.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I keep on dropping the AirPod.
Um,
Where?
this is a new segment we're gonna have in the iHeart BBW YouTube. It's gonna be every Tuesday, and it's gonna be Tipsy Tuesday because we're gonna have a what? A little drink while we do shit. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to. Is the minute past? Okay.
No.
We're having a little drink while we have our little tips and everything. And I'm just gonna I don't know, do we do the introduction? I am Big Big Cherry. You can find me on Instagram as Big Big Cherry OF or Twitter Big Big Cherry. And we got here Carrie.
I don't know if you can see me because all I see is a black box, but I'm going to do my best to try to get in the screen. But hi, I am Carrie. I'm the CEO of iHeart BBW. And on to you. I don't know if it's showing which way it goes, but
Go a little bit to your left so you're centralized. A little bit to your left. There you go. Perfect.
I don't even know who she was telling to go into the middle, but whatever. Maybe
No,
we're both in the middle.
Plush. Go ahead.
All right. I am Miss Pink Plush. Hi, y'all. You can find my Twitter. My Twitter is Miss Pink Plush. I do not currently have an Instagram. I keep on getting deleted. What is that? And then my OF, I believe, is actually Pink Plush Princess, but you can go to misspinkplush.com and find it there. So there we go. And today I'm going to be talking about meal prepping, which I think is like a fun topic to talk about with iHeart BBW because I don't think we ever see big girls really talk about meal prepping except for maybe in the, in the weight loss world.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm excited to talk about. Can I dive in, or do you have anything else that you want to talk about before I talk about it?
Let's dive in. I'm just gonna keep drinking my thing. I'm gonna use this because the cup doesn't smell.
Yeah, you know what? At this point, every time I say protein or fiber, we gotta take a drink.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm gonna talk about it a lot. Okay, so we'll actually start by saying that I don't really meal prep for weight loss. I do go to the gym, but I do that just because I am pretty sedentary. And it gets me up, gets that heart rate going. I only do 5 to 10 minutes of cardio at the gym, and then the rest is weightlifting. So I'm not there to lose weight. The reason why I promote meal prepping is because I just want to get the most out of my nutrition. You want to get the most out of the calories that you're eating every day. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you are eating a calorie deficient. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're eating low carb. None of those things. For me, it just means that I want every bite that I take to have the most impact it can. So that means that making sure that you have the most protein and fiber that you can have every day.
Protein and fiber.
So to take it from the top, the first thing that I start with every morning, I do have hypothyroidism. So it's hard for me to eat in the morning. And I think that's normal. I think everybody struggles to eat in the morning for the most part, unless it's like a hearty breakfast. So the first thing that I start with is my protein coffee. This is just cold brew. I make my own cold brew because it saves me money. It is just so much cheaper than Dunkin', than Starbucks, and so much cheaper than for me to go buy an espresso machine as well. I would love to have an espresso machine. I don't have one. It is what it is. And to be completely honest, I don't drink hot coffee. So
Neither do I.
I like cold coffee.
I don't either. I like cold iced coffee.
If I'm in the mood for hot coffee, I'm in the mood for it so rarely that I'll go and buy it. You know what I mean? Because I never am like, hot coffee. Never.
How do you?
Um,
So the cold press is just like. How do you do that?
yeah. So I did send you the link to these to post because it's this very simple cold brew system. So you can post these, but I'm telling you right now that if you look in your local thrift stores, you will find these. You will find these. They're so common. And basically, if you look in it, I just made this. It does have to sit for 2 days, so the instant gratification's not there. But it has a filter on the inside, and you'll just fill that filter with 2 cups of coffee grounds, and then you fill it up with some cold drinking water, and you put it in the fridge and wait. Boom, cold brew.
So that's simple.
What?
Cool. That's cool.
Yes, and if you're not ready for like a whole pitcher, they make bags that you can buy on Amazon.
Yeah, there's people that buy the cold brew like already done, like like bottles of it, like from Starbucks and stuff. And I'm like, damn, that's expensive as hell.
They're expensive, and then you go through them, and I wouldn't say that I'm like I'm not like super eco-friendly, but I do what I can to minimize waste. And I cannot imagine how many of those Starbucks cold brew concentrates you can find in a landfill.
Oh yeah.
So get one of these from your local thrift store. Buy them on Amazon if you have to. If you're not sure if you're going to use it though, go on Amazon and you can type in just cold brew coffee bags, and it'll literally be like a tea bag, but for coffee. And you just pour in your coffee, let it set, boom, cold brew. And then
Giggles is saying that cold brew has more caffeine than hot coffee.
this is true. That is true. I don't know like the specifics of it because I have such a little amount every day. But hi Heather. But I have heard that the caffeine is more significant. I also want to show you guys my dog who is just like waiting to be a part of the live. She's like, oh, me? So what I drink with my cold brew, because I do not have, I'm not a straight black coffee kind of girl. I mix in my Fairlife protein milkshakes. Fairlife definitely has the best tasting protein out of all the pre-made shakes.
Damn it.
I do believe that's because they don't use as much whey as the others, but they do use casein, which is milk-based, and that gives you a better flavor. So this is going to have the most milkshakey flavor. The one that I have is the 42 grams because it came from Sam's Club and it's the only thing they had. But the ones that only have 26 grams, I believe, are significantly cheaper and I think also taste just a little bit better.
I had to take so many of those after my surgery that
Yeah, girl.
I couldn't take them anymore, but I'm okay now. I'm okay with it though.
And that's my thing is that for me, it's one of those things that like I'll go on a hyperfixation and for 2 weeks I'll drink a ton of them and then I'll be like, not hitting the spot for me for a while.
Yeah.
But usually mixed with my coffee, I'm okay with them. And if you get the vanilla flavor, then you can still add your coffee additives that you would normally want to add, like your syrups, you know, your cold foam. If you whip this up with the little whisk thing, you will have cold foam. Who needs Starbucks at that point?
Right.
And so I highly recommend these protein shakes. They're definitely my favorite ones because Premier Protein tends to give me a tummy ache. And for my PCOS girlies, if you have PCOS, you most likely do have a sensitivity to whey and certain types of soy, which means that a lot of shakes, especially the pre-made ones, are going to give you a tummy ache.
I don't like protein ones. The brand that you mentioned, it tastes chalky.
Yeah, Premier is chalky for sure. These ones are the best tasting ones. And yeah, agreed. Just through and through.
Okay. Davin,
Devon, probably.
Devon asked, I heard BBW, are you single, beautiful?
As a whole, everybody's single. The organization is single.
yeah, we come as a group.
You're right.
You
We
date
are-
one,
if
you
we
date us
are-
all.
If we're doing a collective one, we're not single.
That's true. All right. The next thing I'm going to talk about is protein powder. Drink up.
Another sip.
I think that protein powder is scary to girls or to people, especially to BBWs, because it's like gate kept amongst the fitness community. They're like, oh, powder protein. We don't want any of you fatties to have that, you know?
To build up, right? So it's like we're already built.
Exactly. But I think that everybody should have at least one container of protein powder in their house. What flavor you want to have is completely up to you. There are some great ones that are completely unflavored, so you could add it to anything. But this tool is like your magic wand to really make sure that what you're eating, you're getting the most out of it. So once you're a comfortable cook or a baker, you can put this in everything. This is vanilla flavor. So literally, I'll put it in everything, but the unflavored ones, literally everything. You know, like you could put it in just your normal food. Anything that has a wet and a dry going together, you can put this in. So, for example, if I'm making a batch of homemade cookies or cake mix cookies or what have you, I'll put in 1 to 2 scoops of protein powder into that mix just because, hey, if I'm going to eat this cookie, if I'm going to make the effort to make the cookies and enjoy the cookies, I might as well get the most nutrition that I can out of those. And it's not going to affect the flavor. Like especially if you get a good, simple protein powder that has a neutral flavor, you're not going to get that chalky flavor. You're not going to be like, ugh, protein. It's just going to taste like your cookie because let's be real. The sugar and the chocolate of a chocolate chip cookie is going to drown out any chalky taste or any negative taste of it. And yet you're still going to get a little bit more bang for your buck out of the food that you're eating.
Juicy asks, why do you need it though? What are the benefits?
So it depends on what kind of protein powder you're using because other protein powders will have other benefits. They may have other minerals and vitamins. Me personally, I like protein powder because it just makes what I'm eating keep me fuller longer. It's not my goal to eat less. It's not my goal to watch my calories. It's just to get the most nutrition out of the things that I choose to eat. And if you have more protein in your food, it's going to keep you fuller longer and it's going to give you more bang for your buck. And depending on what kind of protein powder you use, like this one that I use, which is literally like, this is just a protein powder that I bought on Amazon whenever it was on sale. This is not an expensive one at all. If you wait for it, it'll be $30, and this is 5 pounds of protein powder. And it has, in each serving, it'll have 130 calories, and it'll have 25 grams of protein, and it'll also have 130 milligrams of potassium, 134 of phosphorus, magnesium, calcium, and those are great vitamins that there's a good chance you may not be receiving enough of. And most of those vitamins and minerals, if you do meet your daily needed amount, you'll simply pass them through your body, so it doesn't hurt you. And that's why I think protein powder should be in everybody's arsenal.
They made us when I had my surgery, and what you said is like the reason why they make us have so much protein is because when you have protein a lot, it does fill you up so much that you eat less. And after the surgery, obviously you don't want to push the limits of your stomach and everything, so that's why we have to have like, I think it's like 60 grams of protein daily after it. And it's like, obviously we have to supplement with shakes and everything. But I will tell you, like, I would drink shakes only. Like, there was a period of it that I would only drink milkshakes, and that would be the whole thing for me, and I would feel full.
Exactly.
So it definitely does it.
And that means, like, that doesn't mean like if you add 2 scoops of powder into your cookie mix that you're going to eat a cookie and be full for the day. But that might mean that you're going to eat 1 cookie and not want to eat 4 more
Right.
as your meal.
Right. I have here Makana that asks, do you alter your measurements using the protein powder?
Do I do it?
Like, you have to change your measurements when you're cooking.
Oh.
Or eating.
Yes, but especially if you're not counting macros, if you're not counting calories, you don't need to watch it as hard. So if I am making a batch of cookies, I will add 1 scoop and I'll mix it up and I'll add my liquids and I'll go, okay, this isn't crumbly, and I'll add another scoop. And if it's still not crumbly, I'll add another scoop. And the goal isn't to get it crumbly, but if I can see that it looks okay, we're good to go. Another thing that I'll do, one of my desserts that I just made last week, pie crust, pureed strawberries, whipped topping, and a few scoops of protein powder. Boom. It's simple. It's delicious. And then I freeze it. It's cold. It's yummy. Easy.
Nice.
So just follow your gut,
Yeah.
Speaking of that protein powder, what else I have for breakfast? I always have these yogurts. These ones are the 000 ones because that's what my Sam's Club had in stock. But I will tell you that in my personal opinion, if you're at the store and they have a full milk fat yogurt, get that one. For the protein boost that you're going to have in a full fat yogurt, it's only gonna be like 20, 30 more. Me too. That's why I'm gonna go get sushi after this. You're only gonna get like 20, 30 more calories out of a full fat yogurt. Usually it's cheaper and there will be significantly more protein in it. So the whole non-fat yogurt thing, the whole 0 added sugar, 0 this, 0 that, that is all marketing. That's all health and fitness marketing to get you to buy something thinking that it's healthier, whenever really full milk fat yogurt is not bad for you.
Good to know.
So what does everybody like to put in their yogurt? Granola. I love granola. Do we know why we put granola? Why do y'all put granola in it? Why do you guys put?
I'm lactose intolerant. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And that's another thing. If you have PCOS, it is super common to be lactose intolerant. There are great options out there to avoid it, but it makes everything more difficult. But I do highly recommend, if you are looking for a protein powder, to look for pea protein. That's usually dairy free and can give you the vitamins and calcium that you're missing with your with the lactose intolerance. Unfortunately, and I can say this as a farmer, we do not need as much dairy and milk as we think we do. It is literally just from the dairy industry pushing it on us and the government subsidizing it.
Carrie's here, but she answered about the granola that she does it for texture.
Agreed.
Same.
So here's why you should be putting granola in your yogurt.
Okay.
So let me grab mine. I make protein granola by myself. It has oats in it. Let me see if I can grab a chunk. It has oats. And it has chia seeds, flax seeds, honey, and protein powder. Why? Because you mix this with some granola and it's suddenly a pretty well-rounded breakfast. You now have the protein and the healthy fats of your yogurt, and then you have the carbs that are in your granola, which help give you energy to start and keep moving through your day. And remember whenever we were in school, and everybody was like, oh, complex carbs, multi-grain, all of that good stuff. Love that. Thank you, Makana. She knows everything. Also, the reason why I make my own protein granola is because it's way cheaper and has way less sugar. Most of your protein granolas are still going to have a ton of sugar in them whereas I use probably 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey. And part of the reason why, for real, part of the reason why we want to use multigrains and why you want to use honey instead of sugar is because those things have more naturally existing fiber. We, especially Americans, are not getting enough fiber in our diet. What does fiber do? Do y'all know what fiber does besides help you poop?
Help you poop.
Exactly. It does help you poop, but fiber creates a gel-like substance around the carb that you're eating so that your body digests it slower, so that it's creating energy slower. So it keeps you fuller longer because it's taking your body longer to digest it. And the fiber is also giving you more energy because it's making that energy last longer instead of having a quick burst of sugar. The issue is that everything that we have today has now had the fiber removed. Yes.
I have a question. Can I put protein powder on my Nutella?
If you want to, yeah. They definitely make like Nutella, cookie butter, peanut butter, all of those things. They make those in protein powders. You could mix it up with some water, let it set up, and put it on a sandwich. Boom. With the Nutella. Chef's kiss.
Game changer. Yes.
So it keeps you fuller for longer, right? So the goal is you also want to have, I want to say it's in between 20 and 30 grams of fiber in your diet every single day. Most likely you are not receiving that. Even if you are a good noodle and every time you go to the store, you buy the whole grain, multi-grain option, if you look at the nutrition facts, you probably are not receiving as much fiber as you should be because we still strip the fiber out of all of our food. And fiber naturally exists. We just take it out. If you take the apple peel, that peel of the apple, that's where all your fiber is to help to digest the carbs in your apple. But a lot of people take off the skin. The white parts of your peppers, which are my favorite snacks and something that I use in my meal prep regularly. And if you aren't using reusable grocery bag like sandwich bags, you most certainly should. It is such a money saver.
I got the silicone ones that are like almost like a bowl. Yeah.
Ooh, I've been wanting to buy some of those. But yeah, if you open up your pepper, you've probably been taught to take the white bits that are on the inside out of your peppers. Man,
I do. When I do stuffed peppers, I do take the white part out.
Here we go. Yeah, you're probably taught that. But the truth is that all the fiber is in that white piece. So it's really important that you eat it because that's what's helping your body form that gel-like substance so that you can continue to use the energy that pepper is giving you for the next few hours. If you don't have it, then your body isn't taking as long to digest it, and then it doesn't give you that full impact. So I highly recommend that you keep your naturally existing fibers as much as you can. Eat the apple peel. Eat the potato peel. The little white bits on your oranges, that's all fiber. Whenever you have the choice to choose multigrain or have the whole grain, choose it every time. So what that leads into with my protein granola, it is it is such a huge source of protein and fiber.
I'm just this is like just a soft, sparkling little thing.
Tipsy Tuesday is actually trash Tuesday. So my protein granola is actually made from old-fashioned oats, which have carbs and a decent amount of protein. And I mean a decent amount of not protein, fiber. It'll also have chia seeds, which every weight loss girly can never hear enough about chia seeds. One time I spilled an entire bag of these in my apartment.
I used to put it on everything.
And see, exactly, we're taught to put it on everything. And then ground flaxseed. The thing is, at the end of the day, neither of these actually have like a huge amount of like nutritional value, except for fiber. Why? Because it's a seed. It's naturally existing. We haven't stripped it of all of its fiber. And if you look on the back of the bag, there is literally like no real nutrition in a chia seed except for a tiny bit of protein. And then 1 serving of chia seeds, which is 2 tablespoons, has 36% of your daily value of fiber. That's a lot. Like literally, if you have 2 tablespoons of these, that's a ton of fiber. You are so like, that's just in breakfast. Just in breakfast. And that's a great way for you to get the most nutrition out of the meals that you're eating without feeling like you have to go out of your way to eat Fiber One bars or, you know, fiber gummies and all of those, you know, friggin' what's that thing that I used to see my grandparents always eating, like cream of wheat, things like that. You know, nobody wants to eat that. So you gotta get it where you can.
That my stepdad does cream of wheat like every weekend, and I would be like,
That is so nasty.
no.
That is so nasty. But I won't ever say never because I used to think grits were nasty too. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I am a huge advocate for fiber and protein. There is nothing wrong with carbs. We think that carbs are the devil, and they're not. Carbs are a huge necessity to life. We have to have carbs to have energy. But if you don't have protein and you don't have fiber, then your carbs aren't doing anything for you. And that means that you're just not doing anything for your body. And that sucks.
I will say one of the things, like with eating healthily, I think one of the biggest issues, other than ignorance, because a lot of people think that what they see says free sugar, fat free, or lower whatever is the best thing, and it usually isn't. Like I learned, it's so funny because when I got the surgery, when I talked to my nutritionist, she was like, what are you gonna drink instead of soda? And I'm like, I don't know, like
diet soda, like
that. And she's like, V8 is not great for you. And I'm like,
no, V8's terrible for you.
And it says V8. It has all the veggies on it. You know what
You're like, yeah, like it's got the veggies. Should have had a V8. Like for real, like don't play with us.
I feel like, and it's mostly in this country because I have been to Europe and I see how the products that have high sugar and everything, they're more expensive, like let's add that, but all of them have warnings on it saying this is a high sugar product, like, you know what I mean, like, you know that what you're getting is not good, and here you just cannot tell. But
yeah, you just
it's
can't
the
tell.
fact that everything that is actually healthy for you and could help you, like, you know, like the chia seeds and everything, is considered like a luxury. Like everything's much more expensive than buying the bad shit.
Exactly. Like what we just said about protein powder. Like poor people in America are conditioned to think that protein powder is for the fit, skinny people. Yeah. And it's not. It could be for anybody. The chia seeds, the everything. And it all goes back to, I could go on a whole rant. I could talk about this for an hour, like just alone. As a farm girl, it's so sad to see that with Americans, there's such a huge disconnect on the food that we're consuming. And part of that is it's my fault as a farmer that we have allowed that to happen, that we've allowed America to put out food to our Americans that we're consuming, that you have no idea that this potato, it's the most important part that you're going to eat out of it is the skin, so that you can have the fiber to take the energy from the potato to use it. Like, why don't we know that? Why didn't y'all learn that in high school?
I knew about the apple, but I didn't know about the peppers and the potato. Yeah.
Rice in its natural sense is, packed full of fiber, but we strip it to just be rice. Celery, you can quite literally see all the fibers. And I know people that will peel their celery off. And that's all the fiber. It's the fibrous parts of it. Sugar. Part of the reason why sugar is, we love you too. Part of the reason why sugar is so difficult for our bodies is because we have taken sugar cane and just broken it down so that there's no fiber in it. If you haven't seen sugar cane in the wild, it looks like bamboo. It's fibrous. It's stalk.
I love it. There's actually like a cart down my street that they have the sugar canes and they crush them right there for you to like be able to drink the sugar.
That is amazing. That's so cool. And see, that the thing is, even that is going to have more fiber than what you're getting whenever you receive a bag of granulated sugar from the grocery store. And that's why people are telling you it's great to have honey. It's great to have molasses, not sugar, sorghum. Growing up, we used to produce sorghum and turn it into sorghum syrup. That is a great source of fiber because it's just less processed. And that's also scary that we have to be so afraid of processed food. That's a whole other thing. It's all other thing. One of the other big things that I like to do to get the most bang for my buck with fiber and protein is easy peasy swaps. Unfortunately, all of these swaps are on the weight loss side of social media, so you'll never see them. For example, one of the things that I will make this week for my meal prep will be these street tacos. I use these lower carb ones because that's all Sam's Club had. But if I can use a whole wheat one, I will. And I'll do ground turkey because it's such a great base template. And I will cook those down, store them for the week. I use my Ninja Foodie. If you don't have a multi-cooker, you are missing out on life. This is my Ninja Foodie. This is my godsend.
Yo, I got the grill, the Ninja grill.
I love that one too.
I had the Instapot.
So I am pro Instant Pot. I grew up with pressure cookers, like my mom canned. If you have the room where you consider it, sell your Instant Pot and get a multi-cooker. The Ninja Foodie has a pressure cooker in it. So it'll do what your Instant Pot does, but it'll also be a slow cooker. It's also an air fryer. It's also a dehydrator. It also suits me.
About them is that the Ninja one is the one air fryer that actually makes your stuff crispy.
Yes, I love my air fryer.
A bunch of air fryers, and those they end up like a little bit soggy. That shit like actually fries that stuff.
I was anti air fryer until my Ninja.
That Ninja, oh Jesus, it's so good. It's so good. I love it.
And I know what people are thinking. Accessibility. That is a huge thing for me. I grew up poor in the middle of BFE. If it wasn't on commissary, we probably didn't have it. And that being said, is that a lot of poor people, or people who don't have access, they live rural, whatever it may be, may not have the same accessibility. I do not have the money to go out and buy a brand new multi-cooker on Amazon. But I will say that I bought mine for $99 on Amazon refurbished. And I use it every day, sometimes twice a day.
I got mine in a sale, and I think it was in BJ's or Costco, one of those, like for $169. But it was like I caught a sale for it.
Yes, girl. I'm keeping my eye out for the Ninja Creamy on Sam's Club. I want that so bad. Oh, but I'm a kitchen gadget girl. I love me a good kitchen gadget. So I'll use my Ninja every single day. Slow cooker. I'll saute up the turkey. I'll slow cook the the beef, whatever it is. If I don't even remember to take the frozen meat out of the freezer, it goes into the Ninja so I can pressure cook it because you can cook from frozen. Just make sure you put enough moisture in it, otherwise it's gonna taste weird. But an easy swap for literally anything, anything that is white and creamy, is unflavored Greek yogurt. Your sour cream, swap out your sour cream, man. Get rid of the sour cream. Take your non-fat Greek yogurt. If it's still not acidic enough for you, add just a little bit of vinegar or lemon juice, and boom, you will have your sour cream. And the thing is that a serving size, so 3/4 of a cup, has 18 grams of protein. I'm telling you right now, your sour cream don't have that. So whenever you're enjoying your food that has sour cream on it, your enchiladas, your tacos, your beef stroganoff, like whatever you put sour cream in, replace it with some Greek yogurt. You won't know the difference. Like,
would it taste a little bit like tzatziki sauce? Because I love tzatziki sauce. Like, what's tzatziki sauce?
Tzatziki sauce is usually Greek yogurt mixed with sometimes lemon or lime juice, dill, cucumber. So yes, it would be more similar to tzatziki sauce.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will tell you that sour cream and tzatziki sauce are super similar. So
yeah, they kind of are. I like it a lot though.
Me too. I love tzatziki
Funny
sauce, and
story.
I don't even like cucumbers.
Funny story. So a couple weeks ago, so you know the yogurt and the sour cream containers look very similar. I made a baked potato and put vanilla yogurt on the potato instead of sour cream.
Oh,
It was like, but see, this is how I know it's similar. Had it not been for the vanilla, I probably wouldn't have known. But I was like, my potatoes taste kind of sweet.
Exactly.
I kept
exactly.
eating more sauce.
You kept eating it.
I'm like, because it didn't taste like that.
Waste not, want not. I have made pasta accidentally with vanilla almond milk, and I still ate it. So.
Oh shit.
Well, I burnt my meatloaf yesterday. So.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
On the Discord, and she's like, "My meatloaf."
Ground beef is too expensive, man. You had to eat that. Add a little bit more ketchup and keep it separate.
No, I threw that bitch out. It was. I had left it in for 4 hours. It was literally. It was like.
So you didn't have meatloaf. You had meat block. Like. You had meat dust.
It looked like leather.
I'm dead. You had meat jerky.
Yeah.
Meatloaf jerky.
Yeah, so.
Jerky. Y'all made me want to.
By the way, if you guys are watching and you're curious about the items that she's talking about, you can go to iheartbbw.com. We have a blog with all of the links and the perks of getting those particular items.
For real. Yep. I wrote which ones I would suggest it with. And if I have to tell you, if you take anything from this, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The 3 things that I would want you to take from this is up your protein, up your fiber, and buy a Ninja Foodie. That's it.
There you go. Oh, wait. Protein and fiber.
So yeah, all of those things. Swap out Greek yogurt for, and you will have a better, more filling experience. We've all seen it. People, they swap out ranch dip. They'll do Greek yogurt and ranch seasoning. Or, yeah, it's not perfect. I'm not going to lie. I usually add like water or something to make it a little bit looser, or mayo to make it a little bit fattier. But that is a really good ranch dip that would be loaded with protein. Tzatziki sauce. Like, don't use sour cream, use your Greek yogurt. Trying to think of other things.
Onion dip. French onion dip.
Onion dip. What did I make last night?
Is hummus good?
I love hummus. Girl, if you don't like hummus, if you haven't had hummus, you are missing out. And hummus is really easy to make at home.
Carrots. I eat baby carrots with hummus.
Ooh, yum.
Hummus is amazing for you. Chickpeas are a really common vegetarian and vegan replacement for meat, and they're a pretty decent source of protein and carbs. They're good for you. So you blend it up, and you are still receiving a decent amount of all of those nutrients that are in hummus. And for those who may be like, I've never bought hummus, I don't know if I'm going to like it, it's expensive, look up a simple hummus recipe. A can of chickpeas is no more than $1.30 in most areas. And if you get a can of chickpeas and olive oil, which you probably already have, salt and pepper and a few other things, you'll be able to have hummus and see if you like it. Another thing that I highly recommend, man, I can go on about hummus too. I used to have, whenever I was in college.
Yo, let's cool this night.
We should. Whenever I was in college, we used to bring high schoolers in, and we would teach them all to make bell pepper hummus, garlic hummus, dill hummus, carrot hummus. I don't like carrot hummus.
I have a new show idea. Munchy
I already added it to the list. It's hummus night is happening because I want hummus.
Because
hummus.
Yeah, on Munchy Monday.
Yeah, no, and then you know what else is genius about hummus?
Those Monday.
Is that not only do you have the hummus, but you have everything that you can dip in hummus. It's a double. Exactly. Veggies, crackers,
pita chips,
naan bread, chips. Like, the world is your oyster. What else? Oh, another way that I like to get the most bang for my buck is to sneak in veggies. For my picky eaters and my parents that have picky eaters, sneaking in veggies is so essential for your nutrients. For example, something that I'll eat is I buy store-bought chimichurri, and I'll mix it with something like, sometimes I do Greek yogurt, sometimes I do olive oil or Italian dressing, and I turn that into salad dressing. And then I'll mix it with salad and steak and create like chimichurri steak salad with my tomatoes, which are great for you, onions, which are amazing for you. And then I'll do spring mix with spinach. I don't like baby spinach. It is too fibery for me. It's amazing for you, but it's just got too much to work for. I am not a goat, so I get tired of chewing after a little bit. So a great way is to mix in your spinach and your spring mix, and then sneak in, and then there's boom. Like, then if you have a steak chimichurri salad, you have the healthy fats from your olive oil in the chimichurri. You have all the micronutrients in your chimichurri of basil, herbs, thyme, cilantro, all of those. Then you have your spring mix, which is mainly water, but whatever. And then you have your spinach, which is considered a superfood because it's so high in the vitamins that we tend to lack, and fiber. And those combined makes it a much more filling, healthy meal. Because you know what I love? I love chicken Caesar salad.
I do too.
The issue with chicken Caesar salad in me is that I can eat a giant chicken Caesar salad and still be hungry in a few hours and be like, well, dang, like that didn't do enough for me, because now I have to, stop life to go eat again, to have the nutrition that I need to continue on. And whenever you're getting more of those nutrients, of the fiber and the carbs and the protein that your body needs, it's going to last you longer. So that's what I do. And then I'll take the spinach, I'll pick the spinach out of this, and I'll put it in pasta. I'll put it in soup. I'll put it in literally friggin' anything.
Ooh, you know the one thing, I cannot eat kale by itself, but I do in the Instant Pot soup, a copy of the Olive Garden Soupa Toscana. A bunch of kale on it, and like cooked kale with that is very, very manageable. It's very doable. Like,
Exactly. And you're still receiving so many of those health
Like those
benefits, even
superfoods.
whenever it's
Yeah.
cooked down. And it's such a good way to sneak in. Oh, I lost my thought earlier. Something that I put Greek yogurt in that you would never even know that I put it in is I put it in mashed potatoes.
I put
Boom.
sour cream, so that makes sense.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Your eggs, like if you like custardy eggs, Greek yogurt, now you got double protein. Woo, I love it. I love it. So on my thing, I'll put spinach into my pasta. What else do I do with my pasta? I'll do the TikTok viral pasta that has, the onions, the olive oil, the herbs, and then the tomato paste. You have a great base. You have a healthy fat, and then you've started out good with those vegetables and those nightshades that are going to give you certain nutrients that you need, and are all, but they're all relatively empty in the carb and protein area. But what I'll do is I'll roast off my veggies and blend those to put in your pasta sauce. Your tomatoes and your olive oil and your garlic and your seasonings are going to drown out all of this. And then once you start to get accustomed to liking vegetables more, because that's how you train yourself to like vegetables, you sneak them in. Then you can start to add things that have larger nutrients and a little bit more taste, and you'll still like it. Like I love to do that pasta, peppers, and onions and carrots. Most people are like, girl, carrots, that's a little crazy. But if you look in other countries, it's very common for them to have a carrot-based pasta sauce. It's delicious.
It's delicious.
Exactly. And so, boom, now you have a more nutritionally dense pasta sauce on top of that. And you're like, ooh, that is some good spaghetti sauce. But you know what? Most days, I don't want spaghetti sauce. I want chicken Alfredo. So what do I put in that pasta sauce to make it creamy? You already know. You already know. You already know that this is going to do the same thing that your milk would do anywhere else. So now you have a creamy vodka sauce, essentially, that tomatoey creamy mixture. And it's packed with protein. It's packed with micronutrients. It's packed with your vitamins and minerals that you need from the day. It's packed with your fiber and your protein. And you haven't even had to swap out for the things that are marketed towards us as healthy that we should be picking that don't taste as good because we're not accustomed to them. Because let's be real, nobody really likes whole wheat pasta.
No.
Nobody really likes protein chickpea pasta. Nobody really likes lentil pasta. It's not as delicious. I don't care how many times you rinse it, it doesn't taste as good.
It does not. It really doesn't.
And so you kind of, especially whenever it comes to meal prepping and fueling your body to keep taking care of itself, you have to do things that you like. Otherwise, you're not going to do it. If it's not easy and relatively cheap and good, look, there are three things that I am: easy, cheap, and good. All right? I am three of those things. And if my food is not those three things, I'm not there. Unless you're booking me, I am not cheap, just so you know. And for all my producers, statement null. But yes, it's like with slutty brownies. Whenever it used to be like, ooh, why are they called slutty brownies? Because they're easy, cheap, and decadent. Same thing, same concept with the food that you should be applying. You're never going to continue eating protein pasta because one day you're going to wake up and go, this is disgusting, and not eat it.
It's true.
So
I get those things. I just looked up if mozzarella cheese is good for you, and it is. Because I remember when you kept talking about like the chimichurri thing, I thought, okay, backstory, because Carrie doesn't understand. I had a bowl of mozzarella cheese with olive oil and like all these seasonings and
They
everything
were
in my
delicious.
room. And when we came from the pool, we were like taking on that shit.
Yeah, we were like it was.
And I'm like, I don't know if this is good for you or not. But when you mentioned the chimichurri, it reminded me that the flavor of it was kind of like a chimichurri with olive oil and the balls of the mozzarella cheese. And it was really good. And I just looked up a mozzarella is a good source of protein, calcium. And yeah, you can enjoy mozzarella. Yeah, so it seems like it definitely is low in fat and sodium.
Yes, mozzarella is a great choice. And that's actually because mozzarella is one of the purest forms, like the most beginning stages of cheese. That's why it's so soft, is because it's literally, you're taking the milk and you are turning it into cheese. It is curdling and turning into mozzarella, and you're draining it out. So you have your cheese and your heavy whipping cream. You have your milk and your heavy whipping cream that is turning into yogurt or turning into ricotta or turning into cottage cheese. And boom, if you keep on processing it enough or letting it, build up and straining it and keep on working on it, boom, you have mozzarella. So if there are cheeses that are good for you, it's gonna be your mozzarella, your feta, all of those that are like really close to their raw form in the grand scheme of things.
So there goes this healthy snack for me then. Yay.
Yes, it's even the ones in the olive oil, like people are, they might see it and be like, well, olive oil is bad for you. Well, you need a healthy fat to bind with your nutrients that you're eating for your body to utilize them correctly. So just because there's olive oil doesn't mean that it's not good for you.
So let me ask you a question. Do you food prep once a week, or how often do you sit down and like map out your meals, and you have like a process?
So I would say that I sit down and map out my meals once a week. Now that may mean that I go to the grocery store twice a week, 3 times a week, what have you. But generally I know what I'm going to eat on Sunday. Why? Because like I said, easy, cheap, good. So I want to follow the sales of the local stores. I want to eat the vegetables and the products that are in season and available in Florida. And I want to, obviously I want to eat the ones that are good too. And obviously if you have strawberries in December and there aren't strawberries grown near you or shipped near you that are in season, those strawberries aren't going to be good and they're going to be expensive. So it's very important to me to take the time at least, once a week to sit down and figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of the week. Now, whenever I was feeding a whole family, every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, etc., because there's more planning. If it's just me, I can just run to the store and go pick it up. But when you're buying more, you're feeding more, you're storing more, it takes more time.
My question with meal prep would be, do you go based on ingredients that you find in the store, or you come with like already a recipe in mind of like what you want to do for the week? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I freaking broke my belly button ring, and I thought it was tucked into my belly button because I got a deep belly button, but it's not. Sorry, ADHD. I do a little bit of both. Like earlier, I saw a recipe on TikTok for pho, so I will probably go to the Asian grocery store and be like, I want some pho, But of course,
I want a pho.
Yeah, I want some pho.
What is that?
What the fuck is it? I love pho.
That's funny.
What is pho? Are you talking about?
Yeah, like Vietnamese soup. I think it's Vietnamese.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think.
It's called pho, but okay, pho.
If it's not pho, I could be saying it wrong. I am saying it how I've been taught.
Oh, but it's actually pho.
Cool. But yeah, I definitely look at what's in my house and I go off of what I make from my house, because that's how you save money. Like if you Yeah, if you're buying brand new stuff and creating new meals that you want to make every week and not going off of what's in your pantry, you are making a mistake and you are spending money. I think men tend to be really bad about that because their
I was
moms
gonna
don't
say
teach them how to do that.
there's actually an app or a website, I can't remember, but you can put
Yes.
all the ingredients that you have in your house, and it sends you like recipes that you can do with what you have.
Yeah, and I bet you the whole chat GBT thing or whatever, I don't know. I bet you that would be
Yeah,
great for that.
we were just using that. We were just using it for something else earlier.
Yeah.
That's funny that you mentioned the chat DPC.
Empty.
That was very informative. One more question from me, anyways. How do you feel about meat? Because a lot of people are vegetarian, vegan, etc. How do you feel about meat? Because I am a carnivore.
Same.
So removing meat from my diet is highly unlikely. And I have a freezer full of steaks. I've got chicken, ground beef. So
I am pro meat. I did grow up in the Midwest and I am a farmer and we grew up hunting and all of those things set me up to be pro meat. Like I told you, I grew up poor and I grew up without access to things. And the biggest issues that vegetarians and that people that are lactose intolerant and vegans are going to be struggling with is having access to proper nutrition without meat. Because at the end of the day, it's an easier, cheaper option to make sure that you are actually getting the protein specifically and the certain nutrients like iron and things like that that may not be as accessible. So I'm pro meat. Meat is a staple for me. I eat it with 99% of my meals because at the end of the day, it's cheap, it's easy, it's accessible.
And it's good.
That part.
Because say that pho is all delicious noodle soups. Okay.
Agreed. You know what? We need a Munchie Monday on that too, because I want to know what everybody likes to put in their pho. I want to know what they want to put in their hot pot. I want to know what they do for the Korean barbecue because I am always trying to be put on.
Yes.
Like today, somebody told me plain Greek yogurt, and then you dip a not a hot pocket, a pizza roll into that, and boom. And I think that sounds delicious.
That makes a lot of sense because my ex-boyfriend, if there's anything that I took from him, is to put tzatziki sauce on pizza. And that's amazing. Like I love it.
Tangy.
Pizza because it tastes so fucking good. Because I don't know, it's like the greasiness of it. Like when you put the tzatziki sauce, it feels like lighter. I guess like it's
no, really, which makes sense because gyros are generally lamb meat, which is a gamier, fattier meat.
Yeah,
and then you have the greasy of a pizza roll.
Softens it up. Yeah, I love putting tzatziki on pizza, so I would say that definitely makes sense to me. The pizza rolls and the yogurt for sure.
Yeah, so send me. Yeah, my Twitter is @MissPinkPlush. If there's a food combo that I am missing out on, send it to me. I gotta know.
Well, I guess we gotta start doing like the TikTok recipes then to see and try them out. That would be a good thing to do because I love doing that. I don't cook much because it's just me and Eric is like a toddler. He eats chicken nuggets and pizza and stuff like that, so it's basically for me only. So I struggle to plan things just for me, especially because with meal prep and me being the way I am, I don't feel like eating something too much. You know what I mean? Like meal prep for me sounds like you do one meal and you eat it the whole week, basically.
Exactly. And that's why you see me make tacos and salads and pastas where I can add different things because I get tired of things too.
That makes sense. If you do it like things that you just built up, you can do different things with it because that's more creative. That works.
I know one of the things that I read about was saying that you can do meal prep and then just portion out like and freeze it And yeah, that's a
go-to for families. I'm
Yeah.
hardcore and love that.
That would work. Because I have eaten frozen meals sometimes, like, you know, those lean cuisines and stuff, so it wouldn't be that much different from it.
And the price of groceries, I'm telling you, freezer foods are going to be the way of the future, unfortunately.
Everything went up. It's insane.
By like 20%, I want to say.
Yeah, no, everything went up. But yeah. Well, this was very interesting. I love this so much. We definitely need to do more food related stuff. I think because I'm loving this.
Yeah, I love it.
I do too.
I'm gonna mention real quick the lives that we have coming up this week, just to show y'all. We are having tomorrow Witchy Wednesday with Jess Tea Cakes with Manifesting Journal, and Thursday we're having a Sloppy Toppy Tips with Fairy. What is Sloppy Toppy Tips? Well,
you'll have to tune in to find out.
It has to do with mouth stuff.
Wait, we have a couple of other announcements as well. You can go to shop.iheartbbw.com and get your custom made with love. So it is a little like we are still learning.
They're personalized. That's all.
She got frozen. Oh, that's so funny. She got frozen.
Hey, that's perfect though.
I know. Anyway, she was saying.
Okay, you can get your merch from
shop.iheartbbw.com. Oh, there you go. You're back.
There, I'm back. So yes, these are made with love from your iHeartBBW team, which is really Cherry, aka Sweatshop, and me, Junior Sweatshop. Also, the first official issue of iHeart Magazine is in print. It's a real, actual, physical, tangible magazine. It's also going to be available in digital April 21st. So you can pre-order your copy at shop.iheartbbw.com, which is live. And we've already gotten 3 magazine orders.
I love that.
Already accounted for and being shipped after we get them signed at Exotica. So go get your pre-order autographed iHeartBBW magazine. And this is a limited edition. There's only 100 and already 32 are spoken for. So
get them fast. Go make hotcakes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the other thing is if you are a model business, maybe you want to put in some affiliate marketing. This is a great way to advertise your business because it is digital and print. There are so many places that this can get exposure. You can reach out to contact at iHeartBBW.com to get our media kit and find out what the pricing is. You'll want to do it now because we're running out of space already, and eventually prices will go up. So get grandfathered in on these low prices.
I love it.
While they still exist. So super exciting, huge, big things. And congratulate Cherry for our beautiful layout and design.
It's beautiful.
You can tell that I did it because it's my favorite colors, the green and the pink.
It's so cute though. It gives me like SpongeBob,
Tyler calls it my pink lemonade or some shit like that. Like he always says, you look like a pink lemonade or something.
Yes. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. As you can see, we are adding more and more lives. There are more beautiful people getting involved with iHeartBBW. We're always looking for new models. Even if you're not a model, if you're just out there and you want to be a part of our family, our community, our collective, you don't have to be a model. There's some of us that aren't to join our collective. So reach out to us. You can contact us on the website. We'll be happy to give you information. Attending our lives is definitely a great start. We're doing events.
Join our Discord too, because
join our Discord
every day on Discord.
Yes, so it's exciting. All these great things are happening, and Exotica is like a week and a half away.
There's so much going on. We're so close to Exotica, y'all. We're so close.
Please, don't make it come any sooner.
Stressed. I'm like in that in between right now.
Yeah, don't make it come any sooner.
But we making it.
We make
And
it.
if you're someone that I don't know, like just join the lives, like come over, come to Discord, let's talk. I'm like, just come over, just join
Let,
us.
let's give a round of applause. Thank you so much, Plush. We've missed you.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I miss
Thank
y'all
you for
too.
hosting the live. It was freaking awesome. The information was priceless, interesting, and I mean, you do look hot. Like that was a great visual.
Girl, I just came from the beach.
Wallpaper, by the way. I was like looking at the wallpaper. I'm like, I fucking love it.
Thank you. It was the worst. Don't recommend.
But yeah, but I cannot wait. We definitely are gonna have to have you again because now you're giving me like the whole TikTok recipes and the hummus and everything. So we're gonna have to do that. And we're gonna have more like different times of lives for different audiences. So we can get to everyone. And if you cannot catch it, you can always watch it, record it. So yeah. Anyway. I am Becky.
Yes,
thank you for coming, and you can say goodbye. Pink.
I miss Pink Plush. Thanks y'all for watching. It means so much for me. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. And Carrie's like, yeah, bye.
Yeah, she's like, you know, I'm the CEO. Oh.
We just talked about food for an hour. I'm hungry now.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Good job. Good job.